Hello, hello. It's Julie Davison from juliedavison.com. Welcome to Sunday Stamping with Susan and Julie, part one. I'm so happy you are joining us. It is Sunday, September 29th. I had to think about that for a minute, Mom.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so happy I've got Mom joining me on audio, and we are just off our vacation stamping school demonstrator training event, which happened yesterday. We had over 125 demonstrators from around the world. We had a couple people from other countries that joined us for that demonstrator training event. It was a virtual event. And happened online. But Mom, I know you gathered with some team members in person, and I had a little viewing party with some local team members and demonstrators. So it was a action-packed day, action-packed because we just covered a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But today I'm really excited because Mom and I are going to share the projects that we specifically designed for Vacation Stamping School. Um, and so you're getting a little taste of vacation stamping school through this process. Now, if you're a demonstrator and you would like to participate in vacation stamping school, it's not too late. You can still get a virtual ticket and take advantage of all the amazing resources that we have, including being able to watch the replays of all the presentations, having access to all the tutorials and other handouts from all the presentations and the demonstrations that are happening. There's a lot of stuff that's available. And so it's not too late. And we'll put the link in the video description if you would like to participate virtually still in Vacation Stamping School. And you definitely want to join us next year for this amazing demonstrator training event because will be our 20th year next year. That's crazy, isn't it, Mom?
Yeah, it really is. So since this airs on Sunday and our event was yesterday, demonstrators will have to wait till next year.
No, so they can still get
Oh,
a
you
virtual
have to be that.
ticket.
That's right.
Yes, and
Oh
access
my God.
the Facebook group and access the replays and all of the documents.
Wow.
So it's not too late for this year's content.
That's
You'll
right.
have missed the live stream. The live stream was yesterday, but everything was recorded. So all the videos and everything are still
Yep.
available to access in our resource area. So whether you're on Facebook or not on Facebook, this demonstrator training 2024 is still available. So we'll have the link in the video description. Mom will put it in hers too. And it's not too late to get access to that.
That's
So
right. I
yeah.
forgot that people, because yes, we had this discussion. Boy.
That's okay. It was a long day yesterday.
Oh, yes, it is. But it was good.
Let's switch the camera around to the desktop. All right, so we're back in the September through December 2024 mini catalog. I'm so excited about this amazing suite that we are featuring. This is what we featured during the Vacation Stamping School event, the Sentimental Christmas Suite. And this one is super special because this designer paper is part of our Making a Difference campaign right now. So every year, Stampin' Up! Does this where they feature a product and then they donate a percentage or a dollar amount for the sale of each product to a different charity organization. So this is Stampin' Up's Making a Difference program. And so right now this year, the Sentimental Christmas Designer Paper is that featured product. And so for every package that is sold, Stampin' Up will donate $3 towards children literacy programs. So I'm really excited about that. And this paper is so fun, so classic Christmas. I'm gonna move the catalog out of the way so I can just show you the product in person. But you'll find it on pages 28 and 29 of the mini catalog. And so here is that designer paper. It is 12 by 12. I've just cut it down to show you. And it includes colors like Poppy Parade, Garden Green, some pretty peacock and old olive. I love those trees. Oh, look at this one with the deer.
Yeah.
So pretty. It has that very vintage feel to it. Some pecan pie here and also some basic beige. I think that goes really well with this paper. Um, so definitely reminds me of classic vintage Christmas imagery. If you had to pick a decade, Mom, what decade would you say this imagery is?
It could be the 40s, maybe 50s.
Okay.
I just remember as a child looking at Christmas cards and things and from Christmases past at Grandma
Mm-hmm.
Yutzie's and seeing this kind of image. And I love
Yeah. I love that. Okay, so we have a coordinating stamp set, the Sentimental Wishes stamp set, which has some great imagery that coordinates very nicely with the designer paper, including the stocking full of gifts, which is the same image here, the same size, and then the pine or the holly bough
Branch.
branch. A couple candles, which are kind of reminiscent of this pattern here, and then some a bow and some great sentiments. The die set is so adorable, and it includes dies to die cut these images, plus a little branch in there as well. And what I love about having a small die set is that we also have a small price. So I love that this mini catalog has a lot of variety in the bundle prices and stamp set prices, and we've got a lot of great things. Some coordinating accessories. We've got these druzy. Am I saying that right? Druzy
Druzy. Yeah.
gems, and let me take them out because they're kind of covered up here. So we've got two different colors, kind of that silver, and then I would almost say this like a champagne gold sort of color. They do have a bit of height to them, a bit of texture, but they're just so gorgeous. They're very vintagey. And then the shaded spruce satin, sheer and satin ribbon, is a classic. This is similar ribbon type that we've had before. I think like peach. I think we had a peach one. It went with the peach sweet. That's all I remember. But I feel like we've seen this ribbon before. It must have been pale papaya. It was pale papaya. It wasn't peach pie, but it's a nice ribbon. It ties well. It's really beautiful. And so I talked about the Making a Difference campaign. I'm going to show you some samples, but I'm going to wait until the end after I show you my card. And then I wanted to talk about the specials. So starting October 1st, we're going to have a sale on kits collection. So this is the official kits collection, not including the scrapbook workshop kits, not including paper pumpkin, but it's going to be up to 30% off. So there'll be a variety of discounts, but all of the kits will be on sale, including the brand new kits that are being released on October 1st. We're also going to have a starter kit special starting October 1st. And if you join as a demonstrator, then you'll get an extra $30 of product in your kit. So that adds up to be $155 worth of product for just $99. And shipping is free on the starter kit. So it's a pretty amazing deal, and we've got a lot of exciting things coming up, including pre-order for online exclusives. The next round of online exclusives will be available in November, but demonstrators get to pre-order in October. And I saw a sneak peek the other day of a few products that are coming out, so I'm really excited about those online exclusives. And then lastly, I want to remind you about World Card Making Day. This is a free event that Stampin' Up! Is hosting virtually on Saturday, October 5th. So next weekend. It's going to be from 2 to 3 p.m. Mountain Time. And there's a little QR code to register. I'll add the link in the video description as well. It's free to register for this event. And they've hinted at some kind of like special gift for registered attendees. I don't know what that means. I don't know if there's going to be like a special discount code or something like that, but whatever it is, I think it's worth registering just in case. Um, the World Card Making Day event is going to feature a interactive stamp along kind of project featuring the ephemera packs from the annual catalog. So I love those pieces, and I think we're going to feature them next week, right, Mom, for our Sunday stamping projects, ephemera packs?
I don't know. I thought we were going to do something else, but that's okay.
Well, we'll figure it out. Whatever, it's going to be amazing. So make sure that you subscribe to our channels so you don't miss out on our Sunday stamping videos. Let's get started with this project. I kind of feel like I've been chatting too much and I'm gonna run out of time. So as we mentioned, this is the project that I designed for Vacation Stamping School. And so if you registered early for Vacation Stamping School, you had the option to get the swag box, which included product from the Sentimental Christmas Suite. So everyone got a whole package of the designer paper, a whole roll of ribbon, a whole package of the gems. And we had so much fun designing with this suite that I decided I'm going to do a class featuring the Sentimental Christmas Suite, and featuring some different projects from these. But I'll have more details coming soon. I just sort of decided today as we were getting ready to film. So I haven't worked out any of the details yet, but I loved this so much that I just want to keep sharing with this. So for my project, I have a card base that is 4¼ by 5½. Now this is just a card front, but you could easily, if you wanted this to have another inside, because there's an inside on the front, but if you wanted to have like a full card inside, then change this to 5½ by 8½ and make that a full card. We're going to use a piece of the designer paper, and I chose the trees, but you can choose different paper from this package, and I have a couple samples to show you what that might look like. Your paper is going to be 3½ inches by 7½ and score at 4¾ Now, I accidentally scored in the wrong place because my brain was like 4¼ that sounds right. So, I think it'll be okay. I'm going to use the same piece, even though there's like a double score line, but just one score at 4¾ And then the Poppy Parade cardstock. This is going to be 1¾ by 8½, scored at 4 inches. And I'll have all these measurements for you in the video description. Mom, I think you saw an earlier version of my card, and I used pecan pie, and I couldn't figure out how to, like, it wasn't right. And so I just changed a few colors, and I changed it to Poppy Parade, and that just made it so Christmassy and so perfect. Next up, basic white, 2½ by 3¼ and this is actually going to be the tall way, like that. And then I have a piece for the front, Sentiment. This is 7/8 inch by 2½. Little basic white piece there. And then I have Fussy Cut, an image from the designer paper. And just a few moments ago, I put that piece in my cup of water accidentally, and so I cut a new one. I
It's
actually
too
feel like I should go back in here and like cut out that center. I don't know if I did that originally. How do you feel about fussy cutting, Mom?
I don't mind it at all. I know there are people who absolutely hate it. I'd prefer to have a punch or a die, but barring that, I think it's okay to fussy cut.
Back in our day, when we first started as demonstrators,
Right.
we didn't have dies.
No,
So
we
the
did not.
only way was to fussy cut with scissors.
Yeah.
Then I have a piece of basic beige. It's a 2 3/8 inch circle, and this is going to be for our focal point. All right, so bringing in some stamps. We're going to do some stamping. I'm like forgetting what I'm supposed to do. Oh, I also need some ribbon. We're going to bring a little ribbon in on that. So let's do the stamping, and my grid paper is somewhere else. I'm going to use the back of World Card Making Day because because that's what we're doing. Oh, my desk is such a mess. I need to take some time and just do some fall cleaning and straighten up. I feel like I just have cards like spewed everywhere. That is the best word I can use to describe the current state of my room. Okay, you know how I feel about coloring, and Mom is going to show you how to color this image, and it's absolutely beautiful. I'm doing the cheat, and I'm just using shaded spruce to stamp the holly image on the basic beige circle, and it's just kind of going to be a background. It's not going to be the main focal point, so it doesn't need to have full color. For the front, I'm going to use the Wishing You Joy and Happiness on the smaller basic white. That's crooked. Let's try that again. Better. And for for the inside, have a very Merry Christmas. And she also colored the bow, and I'm going to cheat and just do a solid color here with a Poppy Parade.
It's fine, honey. Looks good.
That's why I love the designer paper images because they're already beautifully colored. So
Yeah.
that's going to be my focal point. I don't need to spend a lot of time coloring my image to make this cute card. All right, so for our designer paper, we're going to fold on just one line. You can see my other line there, but I'm going to cover it up with the white cardstock. So you're not even going to know. Whoever gets this card will have no idea that they got the one that had the extra score line. So I didn't leave a lot of room to write, especially with the bow in the middle. So that's what I was saying. If you want to have more space, you could make that a full card and then, have a white piece that has, another greeting or another image, or some more designer paper or something on the inside. But for now, we're going to add our front flap. And when you fold this in half, you're going to have a shorter end and a longer end. And the shorter end is going to be in the front. So it's not going to go all the way across. It doesn't go all the way across in the back either, but we're going to put this down on the card with some Stampin' Seal. And I'm going to kind of line it up so it's about 3/4 of an inch or so from the bottom, and kind of rub that down. And then, over there, I'm just using regular Stampin' Seal to adhere the designer paper to the card. But if you wanted to, you could use some Stampin' Dimensionals. And if you like to have the extra layer, you could layer the designer paper piece onto another color, like white or beige might be nice. Since there's a lot going on, I just didn't want to add too much bulk. So I like the designer paper right on the card base here. I'm going to cut a little bit of ribbon, and I would say this is probably going to be about 5 inches. That's going to go across here. And I'm going to add this down. Hold on a second. I have to look at my sample. Yes, okay, ribbon first and then circle. So I'm going to add a little adhesive across the Poppy Parade and put that down towards the bottom of the red flap. And then I'm going to add the circle, and that's going to go on with some regular Stampin' Steel as well. Then we're going to use Stampin' Dimensionals for the other pieces. So let's get those out.
I was waiting for the dimensionals.
You know it, you know. So this is going to kind of overlap the circle a little bit like that. And then I'm going to also bring in a dimensional on the back of the bouquet and kind of stick it under there.
Very nice.
Thank you. Of course, we got to bling it up with these amazing gems. And there's a lot going on, a lot of pieces here. So I'm just going to add one gem right in the center of the bouquet. And I think that that's just the right amount of bling.
Okay.
What do you think?
Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot.
Well, it does take up quite a bit of designer paper. If you are making only this card, you'll only be able to get 3 strips of the designer paper from one sheet of 12 by 12. So I wanted to show how you could use other patterns of designer paper for that card base. So here's one that has the bouquet and the red stripes inside. And another version that has the deer with the brown snowflakes. And I just cut a different image from that same designer paper. Okay, well, I'm not going to give away Mom's card, but I did want to share with you some of the other projects that we made during Vacation Stamping School. Now, each of the 6 organizers who helped to plan Vacation Stamping School, each designed a project. So here's the one that was designed by Mary Ellen Stites. She has this fun kind of tower card that folds up to fit in a regular envelope. And this is one that was designed by Kim Peck. She added some of that mercury gold vellum back there. So pretty. I think that's an online exclusive. Is that right, Mom?
It might be.
And then another stocking card, this one by Laura Burkett. And I did change up the colors. Laura originally had a green card base and the brown snowflake designer paper, but I switched it up because I preferred the more traditional red and green for that card. And then Meg Lovin designed a little treat box. This is that new book box treat. But and I realized after it was too late that I glued my paper on the upside down. Like I would normally have this open this way on the right. Um and the circle has Stampin' Dimensionals like just on the top and the bottom so that this fits right back inside. There we go. Which I love because it comes with adhesive. Like it's meant to just be glued shut like that, but then you have to tear it to open it. So I loved her design. Uh-oh. Oh, I'm missing the little tape. That's probably why I was having trouble getting it in and out. Anyway, I did it the other way around, so it opens on the left instead of the right, but I thought that was kind of fun. And we did include those little treat book boxes in the swag box for Vacation Stamping School. So these were the projects that we did at Vacation Stamping School plus Mom's, which she's going to show you in part 2. But I have a couple more samples, mostly swap cards to share with you before we head over to her channel for part 2. Mom actually talks about this when she shows this full sheet of paper. I cut it down to a card front and created a card with this beautiful paper. I don't think the piece I showed you showed it very well, but Mom will show you the whole 12 by 12 piece. It's really pretty. And then I got this card swap from Mary Ellen Stites. And this one is from Janice Waitman. And she used the Christmas Labels bundle. Do you have that one, Mom?
I don't. That's beautiful.
It is a good one. I love all the detailed labels. Here's another label from that set. This card is from Leanne Greff. And I think there's a little bit of a glare, so I gotta open this up and show you. It kind of has like a shorter card base and then a piece that sticks up. So the whole length of it is still like a normal card, but I just thought it was kind of clever to have a shorter card base and then kind of have that. So I like the way she did that. And then this one was Meg Lovin. She did this one for our shoebox swap that we had last month. I thought that was kind of clever to have the double open like that, featuring some of the designer paper. And lastly, a swap card from Chris Anderson. This was one she did for our team mail-in swap, doing that faux shutter. Is that what that's called, Mom? You did that technique in one of our videos. Oh,
I don't remember.
I think faux shutter because it kind of looks like a shutter coming in.
So
really fun with some of that glitter paper.
Oh, I was just gonna ask if she used some glimmer paper.
For the edges, for the borders there.
Beautiful.
Oh my gosh. This paper is so much fun. Really is so beautiful. And I hope that if you haven't given it a second look in the catalog that you will do so. I am going to flip the camera around and show off my card one more time before we head over to Mom's channel. Here's my finished card featuring the Sentimental Christmas designer paper and suite from the September through December mini catalog. I hope you enjoy this fun fold. Whether you have this designer paper or you use something else, I hope this card idea has inspired you. If you enjoyed today's video, please give it a thumbs up. Make sure that you subscribe to my channel and to Mom's so you don't miss out on future Sunday Stamping with Susan and Julie episodes. It is time to head over to her channel now so you can see what she's created with the Sentimental Christmas suite. Thanks so much for watching, Mom. Thanks for being here with me and filming with me.
My pleasure. I enjoy watching you stamp.
Aw, thank you. I really love your card, and I know everyone's going to enjoy watching it. So I look forward to seeing everybody over there in the chat.
All right. See you in a few.
Thanks so much for watching. Bye, everybody. Bye,
Bye.
Mom.
Bye,
Love
babe.
you.
Love you.